Hi, this is Nelson Ranch. So we're back to Umamusume 101. This is now session 4, and we're going to talk about support cards. So I'm going to talk about support cards for this session and the next session. All right, so let's get started. So after you choose the character that you want to train, and in my case I chose Meisho Doto, and you choose the two parents that you're going to use for that character, then you choose the support cards, and the game will send you to this screen, and it will initially be blank. As you play the game, you can actually fill this up and have like a preset deck, but initially it's going to be blank. So what this means is that you get to choose 6 cards as your support cards, okay? And one card can be borrowed from somebody else. Or alternatively, you could just use a preset deck called the rental deck. Now, I don't know if the rental deck is going to be available in the launch. The rental deck was only made available very recently in the Japanese version, so you might not be able to get the rental deck. Now, if you do get the option of using the rental deck, then yeah, you won't need to pull the support cards. And I really doubt that the devs will actually do that. So, but we'll see. All right. So, what are the rental decks? The rental decks look like this. The deck on the left is an all-purpose deck, and the deck on the right is a mid-distance deck. And 5 cards are already chosen, and you only just need to borrow one more card. So you can borrow that one more card from somebody else, which basically means that it just makes this really really easy. I think. So if the rental deck option is available, then you really don't need to pull for the support cards at all. So if you're going to start the Japanese game now and you just want to get the characters and you can kind of understand Japanese, then you can go with this version. Just get the Japanese version and do the rental deck. But if you want to get the English version, and from what I understand, they're apparently planning on singing the Umamusume Densetsu in English, so you might want to get the English version anyway. Um, then you have to use your own support cards. So 5 cards need to be yours. The 6th card can be borrowed, or you can do all 6 cards on your own. Take your pick. All right. So what are these support cards? Well, there's 3 types. First, let me talk about the rarity. The most common are the R cards, and that's the one on the right here. So when you actually pull the gacha, they just pop up all the time. It comes out under white, what do you call it? There's like a white thingy that's attached to it. The next rare cards are the SR cards, which I suppose means special rare, right? And this actually comes under a gold signal. So when they show gold, that you're going to get an SR card. In the beginning, the SR cards are basically going to be your bread and butter. The SR card is going to be pretty darn good. And then very rarely you're going to get the SSR cards, probably the super special rare is what it means. They drop about 3% of the time. So when you go all the way to the ceiling, because they drop about 3% of the time, the odds are that you're going to get like 6 SSR cards, or you'll get 3 SSR cards with first 100 pulls, and then get another 3 SSRs in the next 100 pulls, because it's 3%. And at the ceiling, you get to then exchange 1 SSR card at the banner. So if all goes according to statistics, you'll get 7 SSR cards when you pull to the ceiling. Of these SSR cards, when you actually pull, the odds of you pulling the actual SSR card that you want, because it's actually in the banner, is actually 1/4. So not only is it a 3% chance that you're going to get the SSR card in the first place, it's actually a 0.75% chance that you're going to get the SSR card that you want. It's brutal. I really don't like pulling for support cards, I have to say. I've never had a good time. I won't say never, but I generally don't enjoy pulling for support cards. When you pull for the characters, once you get the character, you're done. One character, and you're like, hey, I'm done. But SSR support cards, you need 5 copies of this to be fully functional. So the reason why the SR cards are better is because SR level 45 is almost always going to be better than a one SSR card, level 30 SSR. The SSR cards only begin to start functioning like reasonably with level 35 after you get 2 copies. then it becomes reasonably functional. And when you get to level 45, when you get 4 copies, it's actually on par with an with an SR card. And finally, with the 5 card, then the SSR card really outshines the SR card. And the other reason why people want the SSR card is that the SSR cards actually drop a gold skill. And the gold skills are far more powerful than regular skills. So that's why SSR cards are what people really actually want to pull. Okay. But now you know why I don't like pulling for SSR cards. So there are multiple types of support cards. In the initial version of the game, you're going to get a speed card. So that's with a blue shoe. So Kitasan Black here is a blue shoe. You'll get a red heart for stamina. So here Super Creek has a red heart for stamina. You will get a orange arm for power cards, and you will get a pink flame for guts cards, and you will get a green hat for intelligence cards. So Super Creek stamina, El Condor Pasa for power, Harurara for guts, and Fine Motion for int. And if you have like a white background with a person attached to it, that's actually a friend card. And the friend card is actually pretty good too. So I remember in the vanilla Umamusume, I didn't use friend cards that much, but having them actually does make it easier. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about that. Okay, so this is once again the oldest character that I have in my Japanese version of the game. This is Marazensky, and she ran the mile. And if you look at the support cards here, basically I used one SSR speed support card, which was Kitasan Black, and I borrowed that card. I used one SR support card, which here was King Halo. And then I used one SSR int card, which here is Seigun Sky, and 2 SR int cards. One was Machikane Fukukitaru, and the other one was Mejiro Dober. And the last one was the SSR friend card, which was a bit made available after the second scenario. So not the vanilla Umamusume, but the updated one, the next update. All right. So if you actually choose the right parents, despite the fact that I have no power cards here, I was able to get the power stat to 949. And that's because I used the right parent. And I borrowed here a plus 63 power parent, a parent that basically had 333 for power. So choosing parents are very important. And once you actually choose the parents, then your support card can vary. Or the other option is if you know what kind of support cards you have in your hands, then you choose the right parents that actually go match with that. The character on the left for the parentage, in this case, it's what's her name? Sakura Bakushingo. I think this one was also like power 5. So I put a lot of my inheritance into power here, and that's how I was able to do that. And I knew that I could basically, skimp on the stamina because I had a gold recovery skill, and that is what I bought. And despite the fact that I was able to get 3 powerful gold skills, well, actually 2 powerful, well, actually only 1 powerful gold skill. I chose to buy 0 gold skills from the cards and only 1 gold skill from the SR Fukukitaru. And this is because in the very beginning of the game, skill points, you don't have a lot of skill points. So you really have to pick and choose. And so many of the cards in the vanilla Umamusume was basically chosen not for their skill ability, but for their ability to raise stats, primarily. And I imagine that's going to be the same in the English version as well. Okay. So I don't know if the rentals are going to be available or not. I suspect that they won't be, but if they are, then you don't need to pull for the support cards at all. So if, as I suspect, the rentals are not available, then what kind of SSR support cards should you pull for? And here are my recommendations. So 2 speed cards, Kitasan Black and Special Week. 1 stamina card, Super Creek. 1 guts card, Haru Urara. 1 intelligence card, Fine Motion. And 1 friend card, Hayaka Tazuna. So of these 6 cards, 2 cards you get for free. You're going to get the Speed uh, Special Week for free from the first story event. And you're going to get Harurara for free as well from Friend Points. So you just want to make sure that you get level 50 of those two, when the game starts, because those two you can get for free very easily. The Kita-san Black card is going to show up a little bit later. She's not going to be there from the very beginning. So you want to actually save up. So if you know you're going to pull for support cards, you want to save up enough jewels so that you're ready for whenever Kita-san Black comes out. Super Creek, Fine Motion, and Hayaka Tazuna are all available from the very beginning. So whenever they show up as a banner, you may want to pull for them as well. Out of these, I think the card that you probably want the most is probably Kita-san Black, I guess. Because, Super Creek is really only useful for mid-distance and long distance. She gives you a recovery skill, but you don't need a recovery skill for, mile, and you don't need to jack up stats from stamina in the mile. It's kind of pointless on that one. You can just basically get by with skills, like I did with the Manozensky there. Fine motion is nice to have, I think, and when she does her trick, she's very powerful, so she can actually raise her int stat. But I didn't have fine motion until they made it available to buy recently in the Japanese version of the game. So I went my entire career without first three. I went my entire career during the first 3 scenarios without Super Creek, without Fine Motion, without Hayaka Tazuna. So it's still playable. But because I didn't have Kita-san Black, I had to borrow her all the time until finally, I think it was like a rerun banner that I was able to max out Kita-san Black, and then I could borrow other characters. So this is it. These are my recommended support cards for when you might want to pull for very beginning of the game. So I think I'm going to end this one here, and I'll start talking about the support card mechanics in the next video. All right. Take it easy, guys.